my god, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy GCTV. We are back with another video where in this video we're here to review the 1983 holiday film, A Christmas Story. Man, there are movies you revisit because they're good, and then there are movies you revisit because they're a part of you. A Christmas Story falls squarely into that second category. I mean, this is probably the biggest movie of my lifetime, like for me personally. I've seen this movie more times than I can count, 100%. It might honestly be the most watched movie of my entire life. Every Christmas season it's on, sometimes actively watched, sometimes playing in the background on TV on the marathons, sometimes quoted without even realizing it. Going into this rewatch, I wasn't looking for surprises. I was simply looking for nostalgia, warmth, and that specific Christmas feeling that the movie delivers better than almost anything else. And yeah, it hit hard. This movie is still absolutely fantastic years later, 22 years specifically, into my life, and I don't regret ever rewatching this. This movie doesn't just remind me of Christmas, it reminds me of being a kid. When Christmas was about simple things, dumb worries, big excitement, and believing that one gift could change your entire life. Somehow, even though this movie takes place in the 1940s, it still feels completely universal decades later. That's special, and obviously, it is an outdated movie. A lot of the themes and stuff don't really apply to like modern day culture with children, but for me, this was huge in my childhood. Honestly, by the end of this watch, I wasn't even debating whether I loved it. The only real question was, is this my favorite Christmas movie ever? Is this my favorite movie ever? Yeah, I think it might be. So getting into the premise, set in the 1940s Midwest, I'm from the Midwest. A Christmas Story follows a young boy named Ralphie Parker. I don't even know why I have to talk about this. I think most of you guys have seen this already. As he navigates the days leading up to Christmas. Ralphie wants one thing and one thing only, a Red Ryder BB gun. And I'll say personally for me, my big gift was an electric drum set. When I got that, it changed my fucking world. And I really related to this shit. Unfortunately, everywhere he turns, he's met with the same warning. So damn iconic. The film unfolds through a series of episodic memories narrated by an adult Ralphie, recounting the trials of childhood during the holidays, dealing with school bullies, enduring overbearing teachers, surviving embarrassing moments, sitting on Santa's lap at the mall, and navigating family dynamics that feel both exaggerated and painfully real. Oh my god, this movie just takes you back. At home, Ralphie's father is loud, obsessive, and hilariously unpredictable with his swearing. It's great. Again, we'll get into the nitty-gritty in a second. While his mother plays the quiet backbone of the family, holding everything together, covering up the boo-boos, making sure, you know, Randy is alright. He's kind of a whiny little guy, but he's great. We all love him. His younger brother, Randy, exists in a perpetual state of misery, bundled in layers and whining his way through winter. Kind of the guy that everyone seems to pick on and doesn't really give a fuck about at the same time. As Christmas approaches, Ralphie's hope for his dream gift rises and falls through a series of misadventures until Christmas morning arrives, bringing with it not just gifts, but the realization that family, love, and shared moments are what truly define the holiday. And spoiler alert, yeah, he got the gift he wanted. So it was a great Christmas. Why would he be telling the story if he didn't get his Red Ryder BB gun? So getting into the good, let's just talk about like the nostalgic nature and the Christmas atmosphere of this film. This movie is Christmas. This movie defines the all-American Christmas. The snow, the cold air, the decorations, the anticipation for the holiday, staying up all night and not being able to sleep, and falling asleep right after you open your presents. Everything feels authentic to that American childhood during the holiday season. It captures the holiday in a way that feels lived in, not manufactured, and it's not like, oh, let's just be stereotypical about it. No, this is how shit used to actually be. And I'm gonna sound like Unc for any of you younger guys that didn't really grow up asking for like guitars and like BB guns and shit like that. But bear with me, I really miss that, by the way. The relatability, again, across generations. This movie, it was set in the 1940s. It came out during the 80s, so I'm sure a lot of people still kind of related to this stuff, but the experiences are still timeless. Kids still go through this to this day. I guess it doesn't really matter what gifts they ask for. Wanting that one gift. Again, not sleeping on Christmas Eve. You have family tension, childhood fears, you know, bullies. Obviously, bullies aren't really a thing anymore with the internet and people being so secluded, but still, a lot of it still applies today, and I think it's great. Like being embarrassed and kind of getting into your early teen years, and it's like, you don't want to be embarrassed, you gotta hold an image for yourself. All these things are great. And the narration, I think the highlight of this movie is the narration. The adult Ralph Ralphie narration is absolutely brilliant. I love that they included that in here. It's dramatic, sarcastic, exaggerated, and perfectly captures how we remember childhood. And honestly, the narrator probably knows that he is over exaggerating, but he's doing it from a lens of him as a kid, like thinking of how ridiculous these things are. Even the smallest things on scope, looking in as an adult, it seems ridiculous, but when you're a kid and when you're in that moment, it's crazy. Without it, the movie wouldn't work probably at all. This movie wouldn't be as good as it is at all. It is such a unique dynamic. Ralphie as the main character. Ralphie is smart, stubborn, imaginative, and underestimated, and definitely just an all-around good kid. He makes trouble sometimes, but he's just enjoying his childhood. A perfect child protagonist. His reactions feel genuine. He's not overly cute. He's not overly annoying. He doesn't really exaggerate too many things, even though there are some exaggerated parts of this movie, don't get me wrong. And getting into the parents as characters, Ralphie's dad is iconic. He's one of the best side characters in a holiday film I have ever seen. He's loud, he's obsessive, ridiculous, and lovable. His reaction, oh, what's my major prize gonna be? Fragile. He opens up the box and it's a fucking leg and a fishnet and it's a lamp out of it. I think that's so fucking funny, and how he still celebrated it and how he still cherished it and was so appreciative of it. I think that was the most like adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. And his mom as well, getting into her, balances him perfectly with patience and quiet humor. Their dynamic feels real because I think there's always that one obnoxious parent and then there's the one that's kind of on the more chill side, and that is such a relatable thing. Honestly, whoever told this story, this was based on his childhood, so obviously it was a very like authentic, genuine experience, but still the way they told it was perfect. There's so many iconic scenes, seriously, like again the leg lamp, the tongue on the pole, I think his name was what, Fitch or something like that, him like getting bullied and him getting his ass kicked, and like 2 times during the film he's walking into class like all droopy from the bullies and shit. The soap in the mouth, the mall Santa, Randy stuck in his snowsuit and like falling on the ground, I can't get up. And now obviously some of the screaming is a little annoying throughout the film, I will say, but oh my god, it's so great. These moments are burned into pop culture for a reason. These are burned into just modern culture in general. I think a lot of parents use the soap in the mouth because of this movie, honestly. Like, I know that's kind of something they did back in the 40s, and again, a lot of this stuff is outdated, but because of this movie, a lot of people carried this shit. I'm not even trying to glaze this movie, but I genuinely think that. And there's humor for all ages. The movie balances slapstick, sarcasm, and subtle adult humor. You know, the parents kind of chuckling to themselves as the kids are opening the presents. I'm not gonna like spoil the Christmas magic for you guys, but you guys know what I mean on that. And it is so effortlessly funny. Kids laugh at the antics, adults laugh at the truth behind them, because this is kind of like a satirical nature. Like, obviously it is a retelling of someone's childhood, but at the same time there are deeper meanings to everything that's being said and like what it implies about the world and just how emotional it is. It's great. The Christmas moments, him getting the BB gun and then shooting his eye out, it's such like a moment of humility for that character. It is so great. I don't even know. Like, the soundtrack is decent, there's decent Christmas music, and just it being a practical filmmaking process and the fact that it is a very simple movie, I think it's great. And there's a lot of themes, there's life lessons, there's all sorts of things packed into this thing. It's such a genuine, simple, doesn't look for a cash grab of a movie. I don't even think they expected it to be the cult classic that it is, but it is. Talking about how like family matters, compassion matters, perspective matters. The movie delivers these lessons naturally without preaching. You can re-watch this movie time and time and time again. This movie will never get old for me. I will show this to my kids and they'll probably fucking cringe, because who asked for a BB gun for Christmas anymore? People are probably gonna be asking for fucking meta glasses and fucking hoverboards, actual hoverboards, flying fucking cars for Christmas here when I'm about to be an adult. And you can clip this and show me years later and be like, holy shit, you were wrong. Society's doomed. Again, the rewatchability. I am 22 years old. This movie took place 80 years ago. It still is rewatchable, still hasn't aged a single bit for me. I will say, getting into the, okay, there are a few things to kind of keep in mind here. I think the episodic structure, like, they do kind of try to set this up as like, I don't remember what they call it. The film plays more like a collection of memories than a traditional plot. I did not realize that. Honestly, I kind of watched this as a natural Christmas film. Some might find that unfocused. I think it fits the theme well. I think it's cool, like a diorama or whatever you call it of memories. I didn't even see it as that, so it's kind of whatever. And maybe that's why it's mixed, because they didn't really like make it obvious that this was episodic rather than a complete movie. The runtime, it's an hour and a half. I mean, I should have put that in the good. I think I did. Nope. How short it is. There are some dated elements, like certain social norms, certain behaviors very much of that time, and there are certain things, I will admit, that we don't really use nowadays in today's society. And I think for the worst, honestly. I think the world has gotten worse and worse as time has gone on. I know that's kind of like a narcissistic approach, but like, if you really look at it, time times were way better back then. It kind of adds authenticity to the time, so I'm very appreciative of it. And just looking at the bad, honestly, there's nothing meaningful that I can put bad. Some things are a little exaggerated, some moments are a little annoying with like people screaming and shit, but any real criticism here just feels nitpicky because it is that good of a movie. The movie knows exactly what it is, executes it flawlessly. This is a perfect movie. We will get into the rating in a second. So getting into the review, you can go ahead and pull up the tier list. Man, this is more than a holiday movie. It's not just a Christmas movie that you only watch on Christmas time. It's a memory. It's a reminder of simpler times, childhood wonder, what Christmas felt like before expectations became complicated, before this world became so fucked up, I think, really. It doesn't try to be grand or epic. It just understands the magic of ordinary moments. It doesn't try to sell you tickets to get your ass in seats at theaters. It's genuinely like an authentic experience. And that's why it's timeless. That's why I think it is one of the greatest movies ever. Some movies chase holiday spirit. This one defines it. It is a perfect Christmas movie. It is a perfect nostalgic trip. An absolute classic. I think this is probably my favorite movie of all time. I don't think there's any other movie that I could ever give a 10 out of 10 but this one because it is that damn good. Maybe if when I was talking about, I think Inglourious Bastards is a hell of a movie. I like that movie. I like the Joker movie from 2018. Just kind of some of my favorites. Seven is probably a 10 out of 10 movie. But dude, this movie is my favorite movie of all time. Just the cheer it brings, just the times it brings you back to. Holy shit. 10 out of 10. 100 fucking percent. I am riding with that. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care what the critics on the internet say. This movie is genuinely phenomenal. Me and my dad had such a blast watching this, and I'm so excited to get this review out for you guys to just show you how passionate I am about what we call A Christmas Story, because this is kind of one of those underdogs in the holiday season, because you have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, you have National Lampoon's Christmas, you have the Home Alone series, you have the Santa Claus, you have all of these different movies. This one does seem kind of like a dark horse in the race, and I think it is the greatest. So with that being said, I am out, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Go check out all of the socials. We're going to continue to cover some holiday movies, spread some holiday cheer this holiday season. Happy holidays. Hopefully you guys are having a great December. I'm out.